I'm be coming to y'all like months later. We're gonna go ahead and do a quick video to just jump back into the swing of things. I know I've been gone for a minute. Don't worry about that. Life has been lifing, but we're back. So if you're new here, make sure you hit like and subscribe to this channel. We're gonna back into the groove of things. So no worries, you'll have new content soon. And if you aren't new here, make sure you like and let me know how your year is going. We're halfway through. So let's go ahead and talk about how my year has been going so far. 2024, we're 6 months in, and we have some books to talk about. All right, so I cannot believe we are 6 months into the year, y'all. It is absolutely insane. So far, I've read 62 books. I'll go ahead and put some stats right here on the screen for you. And I feel really good about it. My goal coming into 2024 was really low. I think it was like 50 books maybe. I always shoot low and then, see how the year's going and then shoot a little bit higher. So now it's about 75 and I'll probably push for 100. My goal is actually to continue my good stride. I'm around like 10 books a month. That's what it's dividing out to be. So hopefully by August I can hit 80 and we'll see if we push towards 100. I really don't care about numbers, but just thought I'd update y'all on how my reading is going. I think I can relate to a bunch of people where this year kind of seems mediocre. Like, I'm liking what I'm reading, but there's nothing like, oh my God, this is amazing. But we're going ahead of ourselves. Let's go ahead and start this tag. I saw it going around on YouTube, and of course, I wanted to share my results with you. So make sure you let me know any of the questions below, how your reading is going, what your favorite books of the year have been so far. And also let me know, what books are you looking forward for the second half of 2024? So let's go ahead and start with question number one. All right, question number one is the best book that you've read so far in 2024, which is crazy. I mean, look at all these books behind me that I've yet to read. So, I mean, we have yet to find like a true, real good book because I'm always hoping for more 5-star reads. But the book that I have claimed so far to be the best of 2024 so far for me wasn't even a physical book. It was an audiobook that I'd heard a lot about. Y'all done hyped it up on YouTube and all those things. And it was Out on a Limb. I loved that book. If you haven't read, I strongly suggest that you do. It's so cute. It's so heartwarming. I mean, the audiobook was great. I heard so many people say so many great things about it, so I couldn't wait to check it out. And I'm so glad that I did. So far, that is my favorite book of the year. And it's just because it was just such an easy read. It was such a heartwarming read. It was just a rewarding read. Like, as I go throughout this year, I just keep coming back to thinking about how good that book was. So far, that is my best and favorite book of 2024. All right, the next question is the best sequels that you've read in 2024. As you all can see behind me, I have so many sequels that I need to read, so many series that I need to get through, and that's actually what I'm focusing on this summer. But one of the ones that I just finished actually last weekend was a series that I started. Well, let me preface. I didn't know that the book, The Happily Ever Playlist, was the second book in the series, but I read it, loved it. Oh my God, it's actually my favorite book of this series. It is so good. If you haven't read it, I strongly urge you to read it. So once I read that book and I found out it was a part of the series, I did buy the rest of the series, and these are just as good. I mean, truly. Now, The Friend Zone, if you haven't heard about it or you don't know too much about it, this one is a little bit controversial, and I can kind of see why, but please do not deter you from reading this book. It is so good. And Life is Short is also just as good. I don't think that you need to read this one in order to really get the vibe of the rest of the series. Like, it was okay. It was a standalone to me, but you definitely need to read this one before you read the Happily Ever Playlist. I wish that I would have read this one first and then read that one, but I love them both just the same. So I strongly urge for you to read all three of these books from Abby Jimenez. I know her books are very, very hyped up, but I don't hear much about this series anymore and it needs more love. So definitely check out this series. It's called the Friend Zone series, and I absolutely loved it. So it's my favorite series so far this year. All right, next up, we have a new release that you're excited about but haven't read just yet. And I mean, where do we start? I mean, I have so many, and I just pulled down a few. As you can see, I'm overwhelmed with books, and this year has been full of just books and bangers coming out from all these amazing authors. So I pulled a few off my bookshelf. So we have Funny Story by Emily Henry. I'm really intrigued about this one because I really did like Happy Place. It was actually my favorite from her so far. So I'm really intrigued to see if she can keep that streak up when it comes to me. So that's the first one. Y'all know I love Christina Lauren. And this book is giving me the Honeymooners vibes, like that whole tropical like cover. So I absolutely couldn't wait to pick this up. And I've been really waiting for them to drop another book. So I'm so excited to pick this one up. And it's so pretty and it's so summery. So I couldn't wait to get that. Next up, I do have some thrillers. Ones I actually was very fortunate to receive in the mail. So I do have the arc for Ruth Ware's One Perfect Couple, and I just absolutely like, these are my favorite colors, so I'm absolutely so excited about this. This actually already released, I just haven't gotten to it yet, so I'm really excited. I love thrillers in the summertime. Just gives me just, you know, a good push to the fall vibes. It just gives me, I don't know, I just love summertime and thrillers and scary movies. Just gets me excited for fall. And then next up, I do have Sally Hepworth's Darling Girls. I'm so excited about this book as well. I did receive it in the mail from St. Martin's. So thank you, St. Martin's, for sending me this book as well. I think they also sent me this one. But again, the blue with the bright green, or like the highlighter yellow, I'm definitely feeling it. Like, I absolutely love it. I think they're just so perfect for summer with the bright colors, with the blue. I mean, great, great vibes. And it just really makes me want to read them. And of course, we have, you can see up there, the Third Housemaid. I haven't even read any of them yet, and I done bought all three. But I'm excited to read that. That one just came out, The Housemaid's Secret, I believe it's called. So I'm excited to read that. And of course, this book, because I am a teacher, I had to pick this book up. The Teacher by Frida McFadden. Let me tell y'all better stop. Every time I go on Facebook and look at all these people talking crap about Frida, stop talking about her. Y'all better leave my girl Frida alone. Okay? So I'm excited about all her books because she gives me a good fast-paced thriller, and sometimes I need that after reading like a slow burn romance or whatever. And last but not least, y'all been hyping this book up and I'm excited to read it. It's Ready or Not. First of all, this cover is stunning and it really gives me springy, but I could read this towards the end of the summer too. So I'm really excited for this as well. So again, I have so many other books that have also released, but I couldn't grab them all. So these are just a few that I'm really excited to read before the end of the year, or that releases that I just haven't gotten to yet. So here you go. Next question is my most anticipated release when it comes to the second half of 2024. And I feel like I have a few, but the two that come to mind are Frida McFadden's next book, which is The Boyfriend, that comes out this fall. I can't wait for that. And also, I'm so excited for Lynn Painter's new book that I believe it's the second one for Nothing Like the Movies. I think that's what it's called. I love that book. It's so cute, and y'all know that I've been loving my YA reads, and I've been loving Lynn Painter. She just gives very wholesome, good YA reads, very clean reads, and very easy reads. So I'm really excited for both of those books. I feel like there's a few more that I'm forgetting, but let me know what you're excited for below in the comments, and make sure that you let me know so I can check them out. All right, next question is the biggest surprise from this year. And hands down, it would be The Takeover, I believe it's called, by T.L. Swan. Man, that book took me off guard, and only because the cover is so ugly. I truly wish that they would redo the covers, because that book deserves a better cover than, I mean, I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Y'all gonna see it. Come on now. That book is so good. And honestly, it's the second book in the series. I haven't read the first one just yet. I actually have the first one. I just haven't gotten to it. And I didn't even think that I would like these books. I just randomly picked them up at a used bookstore, and I absolutely loved it. It was so good. And it completely cut me off guard, because I was like, this thick book with this ugly cover. Y'all better read that book. Y'all better read that book. It was good. I'm not gonna lie. Biggest surprise so far this year. Next up, the next question is favorite new author. And this author could be a debut author, or it could just be an author that's new to you. And I have two that I want to give a shout out to. So this one's not really new to me, because I read her book before, but I think that I truly got an understanding of her work after finishing the series. So again, it's Abby Jimenez. She doesn't need any more hype. Y'all hype her up enough, and it's definitely worth it. But reading this series truly opened my eyes to how much I do enjoy her writing. And I'm so excited to continue the rest of her books. I have them all up there. But yeah, this series, I mean, it's gonna hold a special place in my heart. I absolutely loved it. So this year really opened me up for that. And I can't wait to enjoy the rest of her books, because these ones came out first. So I can only imagine how well her writing has progressed throughout the rest of these years. So I'm really excited, and I'm so glad that I finished this series this year. Next up, this is random, because I just got this book in the mail from someone who purchased it off my wish list. So thank you all so much for purchasing books off my wish list. You don't understand how much I appreciate it. But this is Dear Vicky by Octavia Grant. And this book, if you have not checked out this book or any of her books, because I don't think I've heard too much about this book, but I heard a few things about her other books. Man, this book it's a novella, so it's really short, but it is so unhinged, and it is crazy. And I cannot wait to read more of her books, just because this was 81 pages of absolute mayhem, chaos, and you could not wait to see what happened next. So Octavia Grant, Dear Vicky, make sure you check it out. I can't wait to read more of her work, just because this novella just made me want to pick up even more. So those are my two authors that were new to me that I can't wait to check out more of their work. And if you've checked out any of their work, let me know which ones are your favorites so far. Next question is newest fictional crush. And I don't think I need to tell y'all, Ryan Shay from The Right Move. I mean, come on. The bar is up here. All right? If you're not meeting that bar from Ryan Shay, ain't nothing to talk about. And if you haven't read that book, go read it, come back to this video, and then let me know who's better than Ryan Shay. Next question. All right, and the next two questions are, I kind of put them together because one of them I don't have an answer for. You know. The first one is a book that made you cry. I don't have one. Don't leave me any wrecks. I got enough sad books. I just haven't gotten to them yet. I'll let y'all know when I do. And a book that made you happy would definitely have to be, I'm gonna give you a series, which is the Improbable Meet Cute series. That series is so good. It's filled with so many different authors. I've talked to y'all about it before. Make sure you read them. They're quick, they're easy, but they're just good, like palate cleansers, good feeling books, great authors. Check it out. I mean, they just would make me happy every single time I read them, because they were just so damn cute. So that's definitely my favorite books that have made me happy this year. I always think back on them, and I wish they would make like more series and stuff like that for the other holidays, but we'll see if they decide to do one for Christmas, because that would be amazing. Next up, we have the most beautiful book you've bought so far or you've received. And I mean, I have so many amazing, beautiful books, but this one I received a few weeks ago from St. Martin's, and I also cannot wait to read it, but I wanted to wait to show y'all because it's just so cute. So it's the rom-commers, and I absolutely love colorful books. So when I saw this, like, it is so beautiful. And then they sent me one with pink sprayed edges. Like, it is so pretty and perfect for summertime. Like, it's just so pretty. Like, I cannot wait to read it. And it's this bright orange color. It's just perfect. Like, I absolutely fell in love when they sent it, and I was so excited to receive it. I love Catherine Center's books. Especially The Bodyguard was my favorite so far. I have a few of her books that I need to read. But I know that I have to be in the right mindset to read her books, because some of them can be a little more on the women's fiction side, so they're a little bit deeper. I'm hoping this one's going to be a little bit more like The Bodyguard, so not as deep, and more of like a nice rom-com, good feeling book. Just to lighten up the mood, because life is hard enough. So sometimes you don't need no heavy books. You know, there's a time and place. But yes, this so far is the prettiest book I have received, and I'm so excited to read it. And thank you again, St. Martin's, for sending me this amazing book mail. And last but not least, the last question: what books do I need to read before the end of 2024? So many. I am overwhelmed by the amount of books that I have, and this isn't, y'all can't even see all of them. So I have so many books that I need to read, to get out. I don't keep my books unless, like, oh my God, they're so amazing, blah, blah, blah. So I just want to read, get them out, you know, because I want to buy new ones, obviously. But like I said, I'm trying to get through a bunch of my series. And like I said, I just finished that one. So I have a few more that I definitely need to finish, or at least get through. So the first one is Actor Age Eve Brown. This is the last one in the Brown Sisters series. So I'm really excited to get through this one. A lot of people love this series. A lot of people really like this one. So I'm really intrigued to see how I feel about all of them after this is said and done. I also have Saint, which is the third book in this series as well, by Sierra Simone. I love these covers, but these books, I mean, they are dark, and this one, she thick. So this one, I really, really want to read to be done with the series, but I know it's going to probably be a heavy hitting one. So I got to be in the right mindset for this one. And of course, I have to continue with the Addicted Calloway series. So this is the third book in the Addicted series. I love this series so far. I have all of the books. So the series is done. And when series are done, I feel better about, you know, completing them. I feel like I'm not on a time crunch or whatever. And I definitely want to cherish this series. So I definitely at least want to read one or two books from this series this year, just to keep myself in this world. So yes, these are the 3 books that I definitely want to make sure I get through this year. But obviously, we have so many more. And obviously, I'm going to be reading way more than 3 books the next 6 months of this year. That's my mid-year freak out tag. I cannot believe we are 6 months into the year, and 2024 has just been so crazy, so exciting. We have so much to talk about. We have so much to catch up on. I have a haul that I can show y'all. There's just so many things, but I definitely wanted to get this video up for y'all because we are 6 months into this year, and I want to know how your reading is going. Have we met goals? Have we adjusted goals? Have we found any 5 stars? Let me know down in the comments below, because I don't have that many, and I want to know what y'all are reading, and if you enjoyed it, maybe I'll enjoy it too. So if you've made it this far, make sure you leave a sun emoji down below in the comments, and I can't wait to see the conversations going on to see how your reading is going. So until next time,
coming from your pretty mouth, the truth is fitting. Cause you ain't never talking loud, and you know plenty. You know what I'm talking about, cause you just get me.